Hello there! Welcome back to the Nerdery. Last week I pre-ordered the Hasbro Figure Stand 3-pack off Hasbro Pulse with the onslaught of other pre-orders. This episode will ask and answer the question, is this a good buy for $15? The Hasbro Pulse Figure Stand 3-pack comes packaged in plastic and gives you a couple pieces that you need to assemble. So here's a look at the whole package. The goal of this review is to assemble them so you guys can see how they're built, and then I'm going to put different size figures in there to see which figures work out best, and then we'll see if this was worth $15 for the 3-pack. 3-pack comes with 3 bases, 3 arms. For those of you that are wondering, yes, this is the exact stand as the Black Widow Deluxe figure that came out earlier this year. 3 hooks to grab the figure, and then 3 smaller arms. There are 9 different large holes and 5 different smaller holes for effects. I really appreciate this because I love the effects that come with the Black Widow figure, and I'm hoping in the future Hasbro will release effect packs that are different than just fire explosions. I think that would add such a cool element to any display. So we have the base down. Here's the arm with the Hasbro Pulse symbol, which is actually totally different from the Black Widow stand. That's just a Hasbro symbol with a smile. So I'm going to do this one like I did the Black Widow one. Just going to put it in the corner to start. Then you could see the arm reaching up. You have a second arm you place right here in the opening, snaps in place, and then you have your claw, which will snap in place as well. Look at that! I'm an engineering genius! I really love this claw. It rotates 360 degrees, also rotates side to side. Again, just further options for the display. And then this bar raises up and down. So you can have figures posed at varying heights, which I think is really cool and will add depth to battle scenes. What do you guys think? I really appreciate these hooks. They're spring-loaded, so when you pull them out, they snap right back in place, which will help hold the figure on. First thing I want to do is let's take a look at Vision. He's got this hard cape. I want to see how he fits in there. So I'm going to slide him in, open the spring hooks, and they are tight, so they will grip on nicely. Oh, and look at that. I can angle him to the side and still have his cape. So check this out. I can have him hugged around the knees because the springs in here keep it really tight. And if you want his cape more flowing in the background, you can actually angle him here so it looks like his cape's flowing. Or if you just want it behind him, you can angle it side to side. So I do appreciate that. And I like how he looks in the stand. And again, I can lift him all the way up. And he's up there pretty high. And he just looks like he's soaring above. Wow, dude, that's actually pretty sweet. I like the way that looks. All right, let's try Wolverine. The reason why I want to try Wolverine is I love when Wolverine's just in the air with his claws out and wanting to slice somebody up. So I'm putting Wolverine around the midriff there. Sits very nicely in it, and again, you can raise him all the way up, and he looks like he's in flight, and you can kind of pose him a little bit. Maybe the claws are out. Oh, dude, that looks great, man. That's so cool. All right, next one I wanted to try was my brand new Psylocke from the Psylocke Nimrod Phantom X 3-pack. So let's put her in as well. Let's try around the hips. Sometimes the female figures are slight, so I found around the hips can give you good options for posing. I don't know, it doesn't sit right. Let's see if we do that. There we go. Maybe that'll work. All right, let's raise her up now. So she can be up in the air, and it holds all of them well. So I would say these are 3 normal size Marvel Legends figures. Wolverine is a stockier figure but shorter. Vision is your just typical male figure, and then Psylocke is your typical female figure size. Let's take some larger figures. Here's She-Hulk. So yeah, that opens up pretty wide. She's a girthy figure, so that easily goes around her waist there. So she looks pretty good. Let's see, is it raised? I can raise her up, and it holds her up nicely like she's in flight. So I can raise her up like she's in flight, jumping, ready just to smash and pound somebody's face in. Not really dragging on it, stable, holding her pretty well. So it definitely fits a figure like She-Hulk. Even beefier is Thor Ragnarok. Let's see if this will get all the way around him. Yep, holds him in place nicely. So one of the things that's interesting is because it doesn't tilt up and down, a large figure like this tends, see how he's kind of pointing down just a smidge? Whereas in the old Black Widow stand, I could tilt her up and even him out. But overall, I do appreciate the side-to-side movement. I think just playing with it in Vision's cape, I think ultimately that's going to be better. But you could see here how Thor is just a chunkier figure, so it kind of tilts him forward a little bit. Again, not the end of the world at all, because he can look like he's leaping forward. Let's see if I move it down a little bit lower on him if it changes. All right, so you can get him around the knees, and that actually does hold him up a little better, and it allows him to get even higher up. That's actually pretty cool. So probably with these bulkier figures, I'm going to recommend going around the knees. You can go around the knees for any figure with the stand, it's so good, but I think for a figure like this, it'll add height as well. So as I push him back, you can see how much taller he is up than the She-Hulk, even though they're roughly the same size. Thor is just a little bit bigger. Next up, let's check out how the new Spidey fits in. So I'm going to put Spidey around the midriff here. Actually holds him in place nicely. One of the things I like about this is I kind of wanted to make it look like Spidey was swinging on his webs. So he's got this web swinging, this arm's out for balance, and he's just kind of swinging through. Man, that actually, I'm going to tell you, that looks pretty good with Spidey right there. I like that a lot. And then you can tilt it in different directions like that.
Is this 3-pack of stands worth $15? Absolutely. Easy decision. If you have a dynamic display and you want to show figures in flight or Spidey swinging, somebody getting thrown by Thor across the room, whatever you want to do, they're clear. They have different heights. You can rotate and articulate the hook that holds onto the figure. You can hold them by the knees. You can hold them around the midriff. Lots and lots of options. Can't say this enough. For $15, go grab a pack or two. Highly recommend. You will not be disappointed. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.